Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to Tuxedo Mechanic. Also follow on Instagram at Tuxedo Mechanic and also on Twitter as well. Today we'll be working on this 2014 Chevy Impala. We will be doing a basic tune-up, which includes changing the oil, the air filter, the spark plugs, the wires, and also the carbon air filter. And without further ado, let's put on our suit and go to work.
Sure you want to work in that suit?
So the first thing is get you a ratchet socket. And you're gonna go righty tighty, lefty loosey. So this is counterclockwise is loose, clockwise is tight. Just want to break it open just. That loosen it up. And you want to lift this up to make sure it catches the oil. Also anticipate the wind. It's going to be possibly hot. Tool that you use is the correct fit, so that way you're not stripping a bolt. That's one of the key factors. And always hand tighten first before using the tools. You don't want to cross thread and damage the thread. So the first time we went counterclockwise, now we're going to go clockwise because it's righty tighty, lefty loosey. So you take it off, lefty loosey, then you go back on righty tighty. And you just want to make sure it's nice and hand tight. The good thing about this frame is that it has the grip on it to hold it. So you pretty much can get a nice little grip on it. And once it's nice and snug, that's pretty good. You don't want to overturn it because you can strip it. Then clean off the excess of oil off the starter. So the beautiful thing about this is the K&N air filter, you never have to actually change it. You just take it out, wash it, replace it, or put some oil on it they specifically have for K&N, and then that way you can go ahead and put it back in as well. Also put that on the sticker because sometimes you'll take it into the shop and they'll try to say that you need a new air filter, and that's not the case. So refer to your specific manual for your particular vehicle, which states how much oil you need to put in the vehicle. But I always recommend checking once you finish filling, just because too much is just as bad as not enough. And with this, we are using the SOD 5W30, which is recommended by the cap. another important factor about this vehicle is that anything GM, it also requires Dexos. So make sure whatever oil that you're using, any particular name brand, it has to say Dexos approved, because that is what this vehicle requires. And later on in the vehicle, once I get ready to change the spark plugs, you'll also see me remove this top housing, and then we will change the spark plugs as well as the canisters, which purchase the 6-piece canister of oil. These are the front 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the rear has the same 3 in the back. On the inside is the spark plug. I highly recommend that if you change the spark plug, you also change the canisters at the same time. It's a simple fix, as a matter of fact. So basically it's going to be attached. What you're going to do is this gray part here, you want to pull it back, it'll slide backwards. Then on the inside you'll take a flathead. Be very gentle with this, you don't want to break it. Just take the flathead in, flip it up, pull this off at the same time towards you, and then it should just come off. Then the next thing you'll do is grab you a 5/8 socket. Want to make sure you get the extension. And these Bosch are the OEM, which is the original equipment. They are already gapped, so you don't have to gap them. Put that onto the socket, turn it off, and voila, you are finished. Do that 6 times. So this cabin air filter has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws that you have to take out in order to remove it. Once you take those screws out, you just lift this up and you take this out completely like that. Then directly behind, you'll see the actual compartment holder for the filter. It has 2 clamps. You simply just actually 1 clamp here, pull that over the top like so. Then this should actually just pull out very easily. In this case, I'm going to use my left hand just so I can get underneath it. And it is loose. And then it should be another clamp on the left side, clamp on the right side. So 3 clamps. Then this you pull out, and it'll tell you that the airflow is at the top, so you want to make sure when you put the new one back in that the airflow is in the same direction, and just do everything back in reverse. As you can see, this cabin air filter is filthy. It has done its job. It even has a bee that has succumbed to its injuries, and so at this time this is an excellent candidate for replacing a cabin air filter. And here I am today in a suit, about to go to work on this vehicle, doing everything that someone said that they couldn't be done. So without further ado, let's stop making excuses and let's start getting the work done. Put on your suit and your tie and your work clothes, put on some gloves, and let's go to work. Thank you for tuning in to Tuxedo Mechanic, and I appreciate all you subscribers.